I'm very well, thank you. Quick question. I noticed recently that you mentioned the Michael Venom Page fight falling out. What from your side of things? Why didn't that fight come to fruition?
Man, I don't know. I could come here and talk a lot of shit about him, saying that he's scared, he don't want to take the fight, but I think it's because of the craziness that's going down in the UK with the COVID. And they for him to train and he got time, and that's why it didn't happen.
And you're obviously taking on the ass-kicking machine, Jason Jackson. And last time out in his fight with Benson Henderson, he won a very tough fight. What do you make of that performance? And what do you make of your opponent, Jason?
Great performance against an ex-champ. I think it was a great fight. He fought very well. He did the perfect fight against Benson, and was a good fight.
Keith. Keith, go ahead. All right, we'll move on here. Next up, we have Simon. Simon, your line is now live.
Simon Romero, Behind the Grind. Neiman, I only have one for you today, but I just want to know, you only have one loss against a former champion. If that fight was to ever happen again, how would that one fold out?
I think I'll finish it this time. He's not going to be able to escape like he did last time. All he did in that fight was escape. He didn't attack at all, I think this time I'll be smarter, and I'll have the rule book under my arm to fight him if I fight him again. And definitely will be a different fight.
Gabriel?
Hello, Neiman. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So two questions. The first one, this is the first event where there's now official Bellator rankings. What was your reaction to when you saw that they had you as third in Bellator's welterweight division?
I think it's bullshit. I think either me or Amosov should be at the top of the first, and Michael Page could be under us, because we've been fighting a tougher competition. So I think we should be ranked higher than him. I think Jason Jackson should be ranked higher, but it's okay. Rankings in MMA it's a joke, They don't give you title fights. They're just there to for a show,
My final question, you've obviously grown so much in the time that you've been in Bellator and throughout your career. What do you most want to show for yourself in your fight on Friday?
Nothing. I want to keep doing what I'm doing and try to get a submission. There's nothing else to do.
Jim?
Hey, Jim Barcelona, Miami Herald. Neiman, how did training go for you for this one? Did you do anything different in training for this opponent?
Yeah, I moved to California and I moved to King's MMA. I've been training at King's MMA with Master Rafael Cordeiro and all his team. So I have different training partners, different camp. Everything was different.
And how did that go for you, being it was different, something new?
It was awesome, man. I trained with champions, and I was trained by one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the world. So I'm super, super ready for this fight, and I can't wait.
And lastly, you went to California. Did you ever do any training in Tampa or South Florida down here, or ever want to do some training here? We've got some good training down here too.
Yeah, you guys got some great training there, but I'm a California guy, so there's not much surfing there. So I don't think I'm going there anytime soon.
Keith?
Man, I was wrong with the question.
All right, we'll move on here. Harry?
Hey, Neiman, Harry Mack from the Bookie's Basement. I just have two quick questions. So first off, you're a slight betting underdog currently at a -105 to Jason Jackson's -120. So I just wanted to know, is that something that you think about, or that kind of changes your perspective going into a fight?
No, I didn't even know about it. I never checked those things. They don't make a difference. And it's good to be the underdog. I love it. It's good.
Well, there you go. And secondly, as a fellow Jewish person, I'm just kind of curious, other than yourself, who would you consider the best Jewish fighter on earth right now?
I don't know, maybe Aviv Gozali. He's doing a great job. I think Aviv is doing a great job here in Bellator, and we're going to the top.
Donna?
Hey, Neiman. Your fellow countryman is in the main event, Patricio Pitbull. What's your prediction for that fight?
Man, it's going to be a war. Remember the first one was already a war?
Yeah.
And this one is going to be even harder, I think. But I think Patricio will come on top, and he's the champ for a reason, you know?
Living in California, I would imagine that, I mean, you talked a little bit about Michael Venom Page having difficulty over in London. It seems to me like you would have similar difficulties training in California, right? It's pretty much a completely shut down state at the moment.
Yeah, it's everywhere, I think, you know? Like some places are worse than others. But I was able to get training in California, so it wasn't that hard, you know. I was in a big camp with a lot of fighters, so we were able to train well for this fight.
Santiago?
Shalom, Neiman. Greetings from Amsterdam, and thank you for the time.
Hello, my brother.
After your spectacular performance against John Fitz, you said you wanted the title shot next. Are you a bit disappointed that you didn't get the next shot at Douglas Lima? And do you think after a win on Friday, you will get that next shot?
So I was a little disappointed, yes, but it is what it is, you know. So we gotta, if I have to beat the whole division to get to the belt, I'll do it. And I think so. I think if I win this fight, and if I win in a great way with a good submission, I'll get the title shot.
And last one for me, Neiman. What do you think about the evolution of jiu-jitsu in this modern MMA game? Do you think fighters are using their jiu-jitsu in an effective way?
Yes, I think so. I think these days are much harder for a jiu-jitsu guy to come here and finish everyone because everybody knows jiu-jitsu now. So I'm fighting against guys that are training jiu-jitsu every day. Some of them are black belts. So it's much harder now.
James?
This is James from Strictly MMA. I just got a couple questions for you. I know after you defeated John Fitch mentioned something about possibly wanting to come out and train with you. You said you moved over to California now. Were you guys able to link up?
No, man, unfortunately not. But this is something I want to do for sure. I feel that I have a lot to learn from him. He has the perfect. If I'm able to get a couple of things from his game and put on my game, I'll be even more dangerous than I already am.
Absolutely. Then my next question was, obviously, you keep saying the goal is the title, right? You want the title fight. You wanted it now, but now you got Jason Jackson. If you beat Jason Jackson and then they put Michael Venom Page in front of you, I know you've said some things about him. Are you willing to take that fight before the title as well?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. If they don't give me the title, if they say one more, I'll take it for sure. Or if they say, oh, the title is just in the end of the year, but we have the Michael Venom Page in June or July, I'll take the fight too. So, yeah, man, I fight everybody. It's my job.
Dylan?
Hey there, Neiman. How's it going?
Good. And you?
I'm doing good, thanks. I was just noticing with your opponent, Jason Jackson, that they have no official losses via submission. Like they do have a submission loss as part of the Ultimate Fighter Season 21, but that's categorically an exhibition bout. Is there any level of focus in wanting to hand Jason Jackson that first submission loss, or just however the fight unfurls kind of thing, more so?
I want to give a submission loss to everyone I fight. So it doesn't matter if he has a submission loss or not. I fought a couple guys that never had been submitted before, and I was able to submit them. And no, there's an extra thing to want to finish this fight by submission, because every fight I want to finish by submission. So that's always my goal.
Keith?
Hey, Neiman, it's Keith Chill from Sure Dog. How you doing, man?
Good, brother, and you?
All right. First of all, I apologize for the technical issues. They called on me 3 times now. I was doing a podcast last night, and we were talking about this matchup. And one thing I talked about was, based on your resume, the level of fighters you're facing in 2021, that I actually think that you could go down as the greatest Gracie in MMA. Do you agree with that? And what do you have to do to get that title?
This is one of my goals, actually. Don't tell nobody, but I want to be remembered as the Gracie that has more wins, maybe the Gracie that has more fights. And if I be remembered as the greatest Gracie, it'll be great. But this is hard, man. This is a hard thing to achieve because we have so many great guys that come before me. So I don't really want to be known about being the best Gracie ever because this is kind of hard. But I want to be the Gracie that has more wins and more fights for sure.
Sure. Now, you're a student of Renzo Gracie. Gordon Ryan's a student of Renzo Gracie. It was just announced that he's going to transition to MMA. How do you think he's going to do?
He's going to do great. Well, he's the king. So he's going to do great. He was already training down there. He was already doing a couple sparring. So he's learning, and I'm sure he's going to do great.
Yeah. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Matthew?
How's it going, Neiman? This is Matthew Putterman from MMA News.
Good, brother.
Hey, my first question for you is, what motivates you more, coming off of a loss or coming off a win? Because you've only got one loss in your career so far.
Yeah, I think that loss motivate me a lot. I really wanted to get a win after the loss. So I think that coming off a loss motivate me more. I was training 3 to 4 times a day. My coaches are trying to hold me and tell me not to go train. And I was hungry, and I still am very hungry because now I won the belt. But definitely when I come off a loss, I was with like we say in Brazil, with the knife on my teeth.
And do you think this fight here, over a win over Jason Jackson, propels you to fight for the title next?
Yes, I think so. Jason's a great fighter. He's coming out of great wins. So I think so, especially if I'm able to finish this fight well,
All right. And our last question here comes from the line of Chris Mancuso. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Neiman, thanks so much for taking this, man, and all the best of luck on Friday. When Jason was here with us earlier, he really seemed to think he had a massive advantage when it comes to striking. If you're unable to get this fight to the ground, I think it was mentioned earlier in the couple questions ago, he's never been submitted before. How confident are you, and how much work have you put in throughout this pandemic on your striking to give you that ability?
I've been putting work in striking for years, and I strike with a lot of great guys. So they always think that. They always think they have a big advantage, but once we get there, they see that's not true. Like the Ed Root fight that happened, the Rory McDonald fight that happened, and it will be no different on Friday night.
Thanks, Neiman.
Thank you.
All right, Neiman. Thank you very much for the time today, and good luck